if a fee bill is not issued, what exactly is happening? Let's say that they're actually in a position to receive a fee bill, because of course
Mhm.
there are variables that interfere with the timeline all of the time. But let's say that they're actually in a position to receive a fee bill and it's just not being issued. Can you explain what exactly could be happening? And then, just generally speaking, it's a general question for any time there's some kind of inconvenience in a case. What is your team doing to try to overcome the inconvenience, and what kind of communication should the candidate expect to receive from your team?
Mhm. So if a fee bill is not being issued, most often it's because either the National Visa Center or USCIS is backlogged and it's just taking them an additional amount of time to issue these fee bills. Sometimes the USCIS requests a duplicate copy of the petition that they can forward again to the National Visa Center, but most often it's just that both entities are backlogged. And so what my team does is we follow up with both entities. We follow up with the National Visa Center, we follow up with USCIS, and those two entities also follow up with each other. So once we follow up with the National Visa Center, they will respond to us saying, we don't have your file yet, but we will follow up with USCIS as well. So then the National Visa Center is contacting USCIS. And then USCIS may simply need to mail a duplicate petition to the National Visa Center. So if there are delays, oftentimes it's just because the entities are backlogged, but there's continuous follow-ups being made between our team and both entities that they're making with each other. So there's constant communication. Our team is calling USCIS. We're having conversations with the government, and oftentimes they just respond with generic answers that they are backlogged and will move forward with sending the petition once available. So it's generic responses just because they have so many cases that they're processing.
Yeah, and so I suppose as a final remark, I just want to wrap up by saying that if there is something that's happening with your case that may or may not be exceptional, but it is without a doubt some kind of inconvenience, that Anita's team and our team, Infinity Care Partners, is doing all we can to make sure that your case is moving expeditiously through the process. Because as I said earlier, everybody wants you here as quickly as possible. So, Anita, I don't believe I have other questions for you. I really appreciate your time today. And I hope that this was really useful for the candidates that are joining the call.
Of course, I was happy to join.